KSI and Deji. Chances are, if you watch YouTube in any capacity, you probably know who these two are. Over the past decade, this pair of brothers has absolutely taken over the internet world. They got famous together, made more money than I can ever imagine, and their careers on YouTube are so historic that they changed the YouTube landscape forever. KSI and Deji are amongst the Mount Rushmore of the YouTube crowd, and most people would consider them to be YouTube royalty. Besides noticing that both these guys look like frogs, from the outside looking in, you would think that these two would have the best brotherly relationship in the world. However, in the past couple years, this seemingly unbreakable brotherly bond completely fell apart. Deji is saying he's been betrayed.
I hope you know this. Me and you are not brothers. I want you out of my life. I'm fighting back, that's it.
KSI is flipping out in front of millions of people.
This is a family matter that has become public. Message me or call me, man.
Fans are choosing sides that this is a freaking gang war, and it's gotten so bad that the cops are being sent to the parents' house.
Please stop the hate, because it is now got to the point that fans are coming to our house, and even the police now are concerned for our own safety.
It's so bad now that we can't go out of the house to do shopping. When we go out, we get attacked. It's that bad.
So, what went wrong? How did two brothers who took over the internet world fall out this bad? Well, that's exactly what we're going to document in this video. This is the story of KSI vs Deji, the broken brothers. But first, run that intro.
Put it on my soul, don't want no handouts, I'll do it on my own. Troubled as a teen, skipping class like they songs. I get down to my last, then I'm running in your own. Mine's blowing on my phone, trying to see where I'm at.
Alright y'all, before we get into this video, I just wanted to first thank y'all for 52,000 subscribers. The support on this channel seriously is insane. This is only the beginning, and I can't wait to see how far we can go. If you're new to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe and like button. We're on the road to that 55k mark now. Also, follow my Instagram @KYPT. We just hit 1,000 followers on there as well. And let me run a quick disclaimer so I don't get shot with a bazooka in the comment section. All information I stated in this video is from YouTube videos and articles that I gathered online. Do not take what I say in this video as law. I am literally just a dude, so obviously it would be impossible for me to know everything that's going on behind the scenes. I just try my absolute best to put all the pieces together based on what's put out to the public. Now without further ado, let's get into the video. As usual, I'm going to start by giving an introduction of everyone involved so you can truly understand what's going on. First, being KSI and Deji. KSI and Deji are two brothers from the United Kingdom. They've been doing YouTube for a decade now, and they've both become some of the most popular creators on the entire platform. With KSI having over 30 million subscribers and Deji having over 10 million, these two brothers are considered to be YouTube royalty. Personality-wise, KSI is known to make a ton of jokes, but is extremely competitive, while Deji is known to be a very fun person who literally doesn't take anything serious at all. Well, that is, unless he gets offended by something. Then he's known to flip out more than a baby mama that just got cheated on. While KSI is known as the more logical one, Deji is known to be the more emotional one out of the two, and he tends to have bigger reactions to things than KSI. Keep this in mind for the rest of the video. However, even with all this fame and money coming in, during their come up, their bond as brothers still remained strong. And they even made multiple collab videos together, getting hundreds of millions of views while doing so, ranging from funny skits to, most importantly, scary gaming videos. Once their gaming videos started exploding, they both started expanding and getting into the music scene too, by rapping and dropping their own music videos. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I never personally heard anyone slapping their songs. Like, if I handed my homie Ox and he threw on Deji, I'd probably slap him in the face. Hey yo, throw on that Deji is a sentence I don't think anyone has ever said. But I'm also from America, so that might be the reason I've never personally heard these songs. Cause these songs absolutely skyrocketed on YouTube, getting more views than will ever watch any of my videos. KSI also is a part of a YouTube group called The Sidemen, arguably the biggest YouTube group on the planet. The Sidemen consists of 7 other massive YouTubers: Zerka or Josh, Mini Minter or Simon, TBJZL or Toby, Bezinga or Ethan, Vicstar, WTS or Harry, and of course, KSI, whose real name is JJ. This group channel has over 14 million subscribers on its own, and mainly does challenge videos. Deji is said to not like the members of Sidemen besides his brother because he thinks that they're using KSI for his fame. But that could be its own beef, dog, so we're not really gonna get into that. KSI also has a best friend named Randolph, who's known as a good guy who usually just be chilling with KSI, making songs, and is the cameraman for the Sidemen. Apparently though, the majority of things in his life involve KSI, and he's essentially KSI's right-hand man. This is gonna be very important for this beef, so keep that in mind. As I said earlier, from the surface, one might think KSI and Deji have the best relationship in the world. However, that couldn't be more wrong. Looks can be deceiving, because there's a lot of wild things happening behind the scenes that the public had no idea about. And we're gonna document it all right now. It all started November 18th, 2018, with a simple and fun Sidemen video called Family Feud. At this point in time, KSI and Deji are still on good terms, and nothing seems to be going on between them. In this video, KSI and the Sidemen essentially remade Family Feud, but instead of having Steve Harvey as the host was themselves. If you don't know what Family Feud is, you seriously need to get some culture. Like, how the heck do you not know what Family Feud is? Bruh. But pretty much, the dumbed down version of the show is the host asks questions, and the contestants tries to answer that question with things they think other people would answer with. Well, during one of those questions, KSI asked his best friend Randolph to name a dead YouTube channel. A dead channel is a channel that nobody watches anymore. So saying someone's channel is dead is the same as saying someone fell off, which to a YouTuber is probably one of the most disrespectful things you could possibly say. And after KSI asks this, Randolph jokingly responds with Deji.
Name a dead YouTube channel.
Deji. Oh, wow, that's family. That's family, bro. That's family. I think that's two.
Our survey says.
So obviously the answer was incorrect, and everyone involved took it as a joke. But tons of Deji's fans were pissed off at this answer. Deji in no means had fell off, so all of his fans immediately started blowing up Deji's Instagram DMs to tell him that Randolph's being disrespectful. And upon seeing all these messages, Deji hops off his lily pad and immediately starts flipping out. He then drops an entire video completely attacking Randolph. He calls Randolph KSI's female dog, says he's Sidemen's female dog. He claims that Randolph spends more time with KSI than he does his own wife, and like a million more demeaning things.
This is hilarious that, Randolph said this. But the reason I find it funny is because, Randolph, you are the Sidemen as well as JJ's. You are literally their. You're JJ's cameraman, he pays your salary. I mean, you spend more time with JJ than you do your own wife. You spend more time in the Sidemen house than you do in your own house, which is mad. You are no place to talk, in the sense that you are literally everyone's. You come up to me being all nice and you say like that behind my back in a video publicly. That's not cool. You don't treat family bad, alright? I used to see you as like, one of us. Like family. Clearly not. You don't treat family like that.
Randolph then responds to Deji's claims by saying that this was all just a joke. He then says that Deji needs to grow up because he's been silver spoon fed his entire life. So he's essentially calling Deji a soft, privileged female dog right back.
You are literally their. I mean, you spend more time with JJ than you do your own wife.
Let me just explain a few things, first of all. Alright, Deji, you've taken this way too seriously. Just don't take it personal, man. It's a little joke, like literally a little joke, man. I didn't even know your channel was like dead. I didn't know your channel was like dying. I just said it because I thought it would be funny. And if you say that we are family or you see me as family, why can't you take a joke? Deji, you need to calm down, man. Calm down. The bit that pissed me off though is my wife. Like, why do you have to bring her into it? Like, what has she done for you to say that? Nothing. He's saying I am JJ's, I am the Sidemen's. I mean, maybe I'm here a lot. Probably spend more time here than my current place right now with my wife. Like you said, Deji, JJ pays my salary. I work for JJ. I know you've never had a job, and I know like you can't really understand the process of actually working and doing something for money because you've been like spoon-fed everything your entire life. But yeah, if you didn't go to work, if you didn't spend time at your workplace, you would get fired. Like you wouldn't get paid. So I'm just doing my job, man.
Randolph then takes it even further and makes an entire diss track on Deji, which Deji reacts to while saying that he's still standing on what he said.
Look, you're right, I've been living at the Sidemen house. I took your room, they kicked you out cause you ain't paying rent. You couldn't find the cash, let me clear the air and take out the trash. You can't take a joke, you need to relax, G. Back in LA, I was paying for your taxis. You're the poorest rich man that I know. Every time your card comes out, decline, bro. And how you gonna speak on my living arrangements when you're young, rich, and you're famous? Now, Deji, tell me, are you brain dead? Cause you still live with your parents.
DJ's cameraman, Randolph, has done a diss track on me because I told him to spend more time with his wife. A lot of people saying that I overreacted. In my opinion, I didn't overreact. He called my channel dead. I didn't find it funny. You guys can find it funny. I don't find it funny. So I stand by what I said. There was no reason for it. And people saying that I started it. I know he's doing a track for views. If I was him, I would do the exact same. So, like, it's a hustle. I respect the hustle. That's something I respect.
This entire situation gets so big that KSI himself ended up reacting to it. Remember, Deji is his blood brother, while Randolph is his best friend. So right now, these are probably the two most important people in his life, and they're feuding right in front of him. KSI has no clue to decide with, so he decides to try his best to stay neutral.
My bro kind of takes everything to heart. He kind of overreacts over everything, so it's just how it is. I'm just gonna stay on the fence. Let them bow it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Your turn, man.
Cause right after KSI's reaction, Deji then drops his own diss track right back on Randolph. He doubles down on what he said, and he says a couple more demeaning things. However, he spits an extremely controversial bar in this song. In one line, Deji claims that KSI paid for Randolph's wedding while showing pictures of KSI's banking details. This makes Randolph look like a broke ass dude who can't afford his own wedding, which is a horrible look.
Probably changed his bedding, but the one thing you ain't been spreading is that JJ paid for your wedding.
I'm happy, like, I can let my wife.
KSI then reacts to Deji's diss track on Randolph. He didn't appreciate the fact that Deji not only tried to involve KSI in the beef, but he also exposed his personal banking details to the public. However, despite all this, KSI said that Deji's diss track was fire.
Oh, this is bad.
I'm a your wife like a horse,
shit.
then I'll go take her for a drive in the Porsche.
Ah, fam, you even added his wife. Oh, that's mean. Wait, I'm gonna your wife like a horse. Deji, are you f***ing horses?
You've been begging, probably changed his bedding, but the one thing you ain't been spreading is that JJ paid for your wedding.
Whoa. Wait, that's out of order. Nah. Don't get me involved with this shit, fam. I'm just watching. That's on my parents, man. Mom, dad, I'm disappointed. I'm actually disappointed that you actually let him into my accounts and post it publicly. Like, what the f***? That's actually pissed me off. Mate, I didn't even pay for his wedding. That was a gift. I ended up paying for his own wedding. Don't you f***ing dare put my information out on blast like that. Don't do that. I keep that private. Mom, dad, I'm disappointed in you. Alright, well, that's put me in a bad mood. You know, and this bang.
So after getting eviscerated by Deji, Randolph then responds with another diss track. Except this time, the disses were much harsher and way more personal. He claims that Deji puts babies into girls and then removes the baby, if you catch what I'm saying. And he also says that Deji was trying to get unclothed photos from an underage 16-year-old girl, later saying that Deji is lazy and has no skills.
How dare you speak on my wedding when you getting pregnant and then you end it? I can't really comprehend it. Too busy begging fangirls pics. 16 years old, Deji, that's some mad movements. And when you don't get any, you get ruthless. It's the truth. Please don't make me prove this. Misogynistic, egotistic little prick, harassing your own fans, trying to get your licked. You actually make me sick. You know that you ain't shit. Without Big Bro, you wouldn't even exist.
I was 16 at the time. He said, oh, FaceTime me, ring me, I will speak to you. So I just aid him. He texts me like, oh wow, you aid me, safe, have a good life.
Always begging me, always asking. He was like, show me how you ride me. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Like, you won't even send me a picture of your face. You know, it's a two-way street.
Deji then responds to this diss track and pretty much denies everything Randolph accused him of. And after denying all these accusations, Deji then flips the situation on KSI by blaming KSI for feeding Randolph false information.
I have never, ever gotten a girl pregnant. Ever. And a lot of people who've had with me would know why I've never gotten a girl pregnant. The only person who's ever gotten a girl pregnant is my brother, alright? My brother has got someone pregnant. And I imagine it was probably JJ who gave you some information. I mean, even my own brother is on their side and not on my side. I mean, does that not just speak for itself? My brother, I'm on my own.
After KSI hears Deji is trying to flip the situation on him, he gets absolutely enraged. So now that Deji is blaming him for something, KSI is pissed off and he proceeds to block Deji on both Instagram and Twitter. Immediately after this occurs, Deji drops a video exposing KSI for distancing himself from the family. And this whole situation is so tough on Deji, the borderline has a meltdown.
You expect family to always be, your number one priority, but with my brother, that's never ever been the case. My brother puts friends first. It just doesn't make any sense. And this has been going on for years. So a lot of you guys have been mentioning, because you showed his bank statement, he's pissed off. No, that's minor. That's minuscule. Let me give you an example, okay? He's completely blocked me on social media and texts everything. He's blocked me out of everything over this whole beef on diss tracks because he doesn't want to choose to support me. He wants to choose to support someone else. When it comes to that situation, yeah, me and JJ, we're not cool. This isn't fake. I can't stand him, and I don't think I'll probably ever forgive him because inevitably he tried to ruin me. He tried to ruin me, ruin my credibility for the worst, and it didn't work. He tried to ruin me and it didn't work. So he's pissed. He was pissed. That's why he blocked me. He hates the fact that I'm so close with my parents. He could be close with mum and dad too if he really wanted to, but he doesn't want to. He would prefer it if I wasn't in the picture. He once said to me that he wanted to go home himself to see mum and dad and he didn't want me to be there. It's like he doesn't want me to be part of this family. If you don't want to be brothers anymore, that's completely cool with me. I'm down with that. I don't want to be your brother. Because you're a prick. I will never ever raise a son to hate his own family. You sent texts to mum saying you hate me. I've done nothing but support your stupid I support you when it comes to music. I support you when it comes to anything. And you want to turn your back on me and then block me on social media. You dramatic You are so dramatic, it pisses me off. You insecure prick. I honestly can't stand you. You are a complete scumbag, and I can tell you right now, I'm done with you as a brother. I know you'll watch this because this is the only way this will get through to your thick head, going through the internet, because you're an egotistical prick. You, and I can't be arsed with you anymore. Me and you are done. We're not brothers. Brothers don't do like this. You're on it. You are I can't stand you.
After this video drops, millions and millions of fans start freaking out everywhere and choosing sides. Even though KSI and Deji both have their own fan bases, their fan bases were very similar because they did so many collab videos and because, they're literally brothers. So the thought of having to choose which side they're on was insanely hard for kids worldwide. One of these kids this was insanely hard for was an influencer named IMAN. IMAN had been watching KSI and Deji for his entire life, and he enjoyed both of their content equally. So it was dang near impossible for him to choose between the two. So when he heard the news of them beefing, he emotionally couldn't take it. So instead of choosing a side, IMAN sat in his car, smoked a blunt, put his hoodie on, and didn't say a word for 30 days. Meanwhile, after millions of fans cry worldwide, KSI makes a semi-apology video where he acknowledges that he was distancing himself and apologized to Deji.
Deji, I love you, bro. Brothers fight. Brothers say things they don't mean. At the end of the day, Deji, I will always love you. Simple as that. This is a family matter that has become public. First of all, I have never given Randolph any information whatsoever. I have given him nothing on you. I have tried to remain neutral between you and him. I'm not trying to ruin you at all. You're my brother. Why would I try to ruin you, Dej? Just message me or call me, man. I know I have been distant and that is my fault. I've just had a lot on. I've had to deal with a lot and I apologize. You can always still message me. You You can always still call me. I'm never too busy to get a message.
Always puts friends first over family, and this has been going on for years.
Alright, now did you say that I pick friends over family? And that's just not true, okay? A lot of my friends are like my family. That's why this is all just a really situation. Even if we're family, Deji. If I took your side, no matter what, then that would just make me delusional. You said I've never supported you, but Deji, come on, man. You know that's not true. You know that's not true.
Hates the fact that I'm so close with my parents. He can be close with mum and dad too if he really wanted to, but he doesn't want to.
I will admit, I need to see the family more. I'll admit that, I definitely do. But you have to remember that you, mum and dad, live really far away, and I've also just had to deal with other stuff, but that's not an excuse. I still need to find time to visit my family, and that's what I said to you that I was going to work on. I'm trying to make things better, Deji. I'm really trying. We shouldn't be communicating publicly like we're doing now. Like this is ridiculous.
After this apology, Deji accepted, and the entire beef was over. Just like that.
Hey, my mama blew $100,000 in the 80s. Went back broke by the time that she had a baby. Tried to teach me.
Nah, I'm completely lying. This is Deji we're talking about. So instead of accepting KSI's apology, Deji goes absolutely Super Saiyan, and he proceeds to do the most disrespectful thing he could possibly imagine. Deji collaborates with every YouTuber KSI has ever beefed with, and he makes a collective diss track dissing every aspect of his life. You remember in Avengers Endgame when everyone assembled to fight Thanos? Well, that's pretty much the vibe I got from this music video. It was wild.
Deji, X-Dax, X-CRYPT. JJ wanna play games, wanna snake me, get your friends trying to battle me. Now they wanna bait names, how can a man choose friends over family?
You ain't got time for your bro, but you got time for these hoes, oh no. Yo, yeah, I'm the guy on the camera, I'll get the craziest flows. I know you think you're awesome, but it's time to take some caution. You baited out Deji for texting those girls, but you're on your full All my bitch, you want share, man, but now I'm getting that airtime. Like Malaysia Airlines, nobody's found your hairline.
Yes, boy, please excuse my manners. Uncle Tom, nigga, you a YouTube cracker. Speak on my name, that's a YouTube dagger. I'm a mainstream, not a YouTube rapper. Come stand with me. If you do, then it's dead to the G. Boy, you better drink carefully. Catch L's like definitely. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, you a troll. Why the f are you talking? Cause everybody know that.
Okay, so now my name's a dropping. Thanks for that. The crypt and nifty since the ripped and the Randall's ass. You wanna step to me? Here's a welcome mat. This fat man gotta eat. You a snack, you wanna be Aries, but you barely research. You the god of war, but I'm the god of rap. Bow to me until your hairy knees hurt. I'ma make you see how a real god reacts.
Yeah, I got Deji up in the studio right now. Flew all the way here from London just to. Hey, Lily Bonds, where you at?
To make it even worse, right after dropping this video, Deji then went on the Impulsive podcast, ran by Logan Paul, who is a man KSI was literally beefing with at this very moment. This is the YouTube beef equivalent of breaking up with your girlfriend and she goes and sleeps with your arch nemesis. On this podcast, Deji states that he didn't buy KSI's apology video at all, and the internet world continues to be in a frenzy over the situation. People won't stop talking about it in YouTube comment sections for weeks.
Me personally, I believe he said that sorry thing just to deter people from like the diss track. Because he even told me that you can upload the diss track.
He said you could.
Yeah,
Did he know that you guys were gonna snap on it?
Well, I told him it's nothing deep. The worst thing I just said that a girl licked his.
I want to dive into that diss track, which by the way was released today.
Yeah.
The timing around all of this is incredibly significant.
Yeah.
Because here's what happened. Y'all were beefing.
Yeah.
The beef was equal.
Yeah.
And then KSI in the past 2 days or so was like, no, wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah. The reason he was like that is because people were seeing how he really was, how he had like been treating me and everything. Wow. He was even losing subscribers because of it.
Did you tell him you were coming on this podcast?
I did mention that you did invite me, but I never said I was going to come on.
Here's what he tweeted. This is why I ask. Hi, at Deji. I know you're currently in LA planning on doing a diss track on me and considering going on Logan Paul's podcast. Bro, I'm actually trying to sort our situation out. This is our family, not entertainment. Please, can we keep this all private?
Now, do you know what baffles me about this whole situation? Like, who tweets out
publicly.
Wow.
However, after this podcast, nothing more seems to happen between the two parties. Well, that is, until Christmas, December 25th, 2018. The Christmas catastrophe. So, while millions of kids were exploding with happiness after opening their Christmas presents and seeing a PS4, the KSI household was exploding because everything was going wrong. So much happened this day that it's hard to fit in this video. But to summarize, Deji lives with his parents at the family house. And on Christmas, KSI went to this family house. And pretty much the second that he got to the house, he and Deji got into a massive altercation. Once KSI reached the house, he started flipping on his parents. He stated that both his parents are dumb and that they are being manipulated by Deji. It gets so bad that he even tells his mom to shut up. KSI later threatened to destroy Deji's computer if he doesn't delete the diss track he made on him. And after this happens, KSI gets so wild that Deji ends up kicking him out of the house and he threatens to call the cops. Both sides recorded parts of this altercation and they even ended up leaking some of the audio on Twitter. These leaks, of course, go viral. And the entire internet world is flipping out once again. If Deji actually called the cops on KSI and got him arrested, whatever KSI was charged with could possibly ruin his entire career. So many people were pissed off at Deji for putting his brother's career and life in danger. And other people were pissed off at KSI for starting all these altercations in the first place. At this point, the YouTube community was divided into two groups, those that support Deji and the majority which support KSI. Later on in this day, Deji makes a video explaining why he kicked KSI out of the house, and he said that he was actually capping when he said he was calling the cops, and he only said that because KSI was refusing to leave. He then says that he would never call the cops on his own brother.
It's Christmas Day. What's going on right now should never really happen to any family, and it really does suck. This is what happened. My brother came. He came Christmas Day. He came at like 1 in the morning. I woke up to text from my parents saying, JJ said he's gonna smash your computer, and I was confused to why he would do that. And I told him to leave my house. Not my house, our house. Family house, because everything was off, bro. It was so off. Like his tone and everything. JJ believes that he has me on the tip of his finger and he can flick me away whenever he wants, and that's not true. There's many reasons to why I'm fighting back. And a lot of you guys will probably think that I'm in the wrong, I'm a spoiled brat. I know. The reason you're thinking I'm a spoiled brat is because you believe he's helped me so long with my YouTube channel. And yes, he did help me with my YouTube channel. He really did. But he didn't make me. That's the one thing that he doesn't understand. He did not make me. I got here in my own 2 feet. This is to my fans. I'm trying my best to not cry on camera. The reason I'm making this video is because he's made my mum and my dad cry. I've never seen my dad cry. And I've never seen my dad cry, and it's sad, bro. It's the worst feeling ever, honestly. Seeing your parents cry is terrible. I felt that JJ is so blinded to like what he's doing. It's so sad. It's honestly so sad. Yeah, he's so blind to it. So he wanted me to take down the videos that I spent weeks making, the diss tracks, everything. He wanted me to take it all down. And the reason I didn't take it down is because if I was to take it down, there's no response to me, fighting back. Never let anyone put you in a corner. I'm not letting my brother think he can do whatever he wants to me. He believes that just because I'm his younger brother, he believes he owns me. He just believes that he can do what he wants, and it just sucks. This is the worst feeling ever, honestly. I thought JJ would come here, we just talk it out peacefully. He came in here with the intent of destruction. That's the only word I can use. The intent of destruction. He was saying, delete your videos while smash your computer. I mean, how was that resolving anything? The reason I asked him to leave my house is because he was telling my own parents to shut up. You're saying that they were dumb and stuff, that they don't understand. Whereas they understand everything. I know I said I'll call the police on them. The only reason I said that is just to get him out. I would never call the police on my own brother. I say he's my brother, he's not at this point, we're not brothers. It's so bothersome that you're making us upset, bro. You really don't understand what's going on. You think you're in the right, Jade. It's terrible. It sucks. This has by far been my worst Christmas. I kicked him out because I had to. If he stayed here, it would have been a lot worse. Either us fighting physically, or even worse than that, this is cemented that me and you are not brothers. I want you out of my life.
Happy New Year, guys. We hope you're well. Our boys, we know that they had this beef between themselves. They are trying to solve it. But what I really want you guys to do is please stop the hate, because it is now got to the point that fans are coming to our house very late at night, and even the police now are concerned for our own safety. So you guys need to stop this hate, because you're also affecting the parents, because we live together and these fans are coming to our house.
And it's so bad now that we can't go out of the house to do shopping. When we go out, we get attacked. It's that bad that the police are now concerned of, about our safety,
Absolutely.
So it's you guys need to stop. We don't want anyone to have a criminal record. And I appreciate the parents, if the parents can talk to their kids to stop all this, because all these attacks is getting out of hand.
Can you please stop this hate?
At this point, both parties have peace, and the hate seems to have died down. And after a little bit of time passes, KSI and Deji collaborate and film a video playing a scary game, just like the old days.
What's up, guys? It's Deji. I'm with my brother, KSI. Basically, we're gonna be playing a scary game, and
I told you to play a scary game as punishment.
Yeah, so
for being such a this whole December.
You go first?
No, I'm not doing it. It's all you.
Oh, you're not playing?
This is the punishment. You are playing the whole time. You know how I used to always play and you just watch? Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Yeah, but it's a lot scarier watching than playing.
Yeah, totally.
Alright, okay, I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
Nothing happened. What do you mean you're not playing? No, what? Then we'll end the video. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see.
Fans everywhere rejoice in happiness, knowing that these two brothers are finally back on good terms. After months and months of hatred and anger, it seems like this beef is finally over. Or was it? Nope, it got worse. Way worse. Let's get 5,000 likes on this video if you guys want a part 2. Alright y'all, so that's gonna be it for part 1 of KSI vs Deji, the Broken Brothers. This situation got even crazier as time went on, so let's hit that 5k likes if you guys want a part 2. Also, let me know whose side you're on. Do you side with KSI, or do you side with Deji? Do you think KSI is in the right because he wasn't disrespecting Deji at first? Or do you think Deji is in the right because you think KSI betrayed his whole family? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video and enjoy documentary content, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We're on the road to that 55k subscriber mark now. And follow my Instagram, @DocUpYT. We just hit 1,000 followers on there too. This has been another episode of Doc Up. I hope you guys enjoyed. And without further ado, I'm out. Peace!
Hey, my mama blew $100,000 in the 80s. Went back broke by the time that she had a baby. Tried to teach me lessons on how to get money and save it, but I ain't listen. I had to show up in the latest 10th grade, getting every Jordan released like they was Payless. Now I'm grown, so it's foreign cars and diamonds to make them statements.